Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Now and Then Some podcast with Robin and Kaylee. I'm your host, Robin.
And I'm your other host, Kaylee.
And here we talk about everything from now and then.
And then some.
That's right. What are we talking about this week, Kales?
Well, I wanted to do a little recap of my weekend in Lake Jackson.
Yes, please enlighten us.
So I went to Lake Jackson for the weekend for Allie's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes, Allie joined the Dirty 30 Club.
Nice.
So at their parents' house, which is in my parents' neighborhood, they had a little party and kind of all of us best friends came over and their family and all of our parents came over.
Mind you, there are no fences, so you can go from Allie's driveway via golf cart or mule to Kaylee's backyard.
Yeah, we drove over. Me, mom, and sis drove over in our golf cart.
It's very nice.
To Allie's parents' house. It was lovely. They have like a big back porch, so everyone was hanging out there. And I wanted to talk about this specifically because we did a Berriokart tournament.
Fun.
Have you ever done that before?
No, but it sounds amazing.
Okay, let me explain what it is.
Okay.
I hadn't done one in I calculated almost 9 years was the last time I did one. And I was like, okay, everyone does them a little differently. So let me tell you the rules that we played by. So it's Mario Kart and a drinking combined in one lovely tournament. And so you have to complete a race on Mario Kart, but you also have to finish a drink, but you can't drink and drive at the same time.
Oh.
So you have to think about your strategy. Do you shotgun the beer at the beginning and then do the whole race? Do you drink half, do a lap, or do you save it till the end, stop right before the finish line? Because you can't finish the race until your drink is gone.
I think I would go option C.
Okay, wait. Tell me exactly what you would do and I'll tell you what I did.
I think I would, because I like to get that little, you got to hit.
Yep. You want to take off. You don't want to think about drinking. You just want to go.
I want to get that little jolt start if you hit it right at the right moment.
Hear you.
And then I want to be so far ahead that I chug it at the end, because I think that would be. I think giving up your lead in Mario Kart is really hard to get back, but once you have the lead, you can really separate yourself from the pack.
Okay. I went with option, I guess, B. So I drank half my drink at the beginning, did a lap, drank a quarter, did a lap, drank the last quarter, then did the last lap without having to think about anything.
That's good.
It worked out. I didn't win the tournament, but I did win a couple and then lost.
What's a tournament?
So we all, oh yeah. I mean, Robin. I literally going back and listening to you trying to.
Oh my God.
What if they lose the game? Or what did you say? Something about losing a game?
Oh yeah, they lost 2 in a row. Or they won 2 in a row.
Yeah, I was like, Robin, they have to win every game to get to win. Hilarious. But yeah, so same thing. We had to win every one. So we all drew numbers. We built out the bracket and the champion. And the champion was none other than Allie.
Yay.
Which they deserved that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, you have to win on your birthday.
Yeah, absolutely crushed.
They performed really well at Beer Olympics.
Yes.
So I can see it translating to Berriokart.
Berriokart.
Fun.
Absolutely. And they loved it. We actually, I was going to say sis and I, but really it was sis. I sat there for moral support, made them a trophy for the Berriokart tournament.
I was wondering, did she repurpose your trophy?
No, so she repurposed the materials. She had leftover materials from the beer Olympics and made a trophy for the Berriokart tournament. And then Quincy, Allie's wife, actually had texted us and was like, oh my God, I found these figurines at the store that are Mario Kart characters. And she was like, can y'all somehow get them on this trophy?
Perfect.
And I was like, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
So we got those from Quincy. And then me, mom, and sis were in the living room. And sis was crafting it up. And we were trying to figure out the best way to construct the trophy with the 3 figurines. And it was perfect.
Love it.
Maybe we can pop up a picture of it.
Ta-da.
Right here. Yeah. So the Berriokart tournament was very fun. Everyone had a different strategy, which I thought was very interesting. A lot of the guys just shotgunned their beer right at the beginning.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I have to try that sometime.
Yeah. And then on Sunday, so that was Saturday, and then on Sunday I went to the Astros game.
Nice.
And the Astros played the Texas Rangers, and we went with a couple Rangers fans.
Oh, that's
AKA
always fun.
My best friend's husbands, which is disgusting, boys. But so we ended up winning.
Disgusting.
You
repulse me.
I just love to talk shit.
Loathe entirely.
We talk shit to each other. But
yeah,
they still like me, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So we went to Astro's game and they ended up beating the Rangers. Altuve hit back-to-back home runs. It was just
I saw some funny tweets about that.
I love an Astros game.
I was going to text you something and I was like, wait, let me check. because I wasn't sure if the game was still happening, if it was over and the Astros had won or lost.
Yeah.
And so I double checked first. And then first I looked at your location.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, the game's still going. And then I checked the score and it was over, but you were just still there.
Oh, yeah. We went to a bar after.
And then it showed that you won. So I was like, oh, or they won. So I was like, okay, it's safe to text her.
Yeah. We won. Thank goodness, because I would not have been able to listen to it from Connor and Scott. That would have been rough for me. But yeah, we won. Good time. I love going to Astros games. It's my first one of the season. I'm sure I will be going to
many more
if I can swing it.
Fun. Love it.
That's all I had.
Cool. I have a couple things. So first thing is we had a clear winner. Thank you, everyone who voted for the shirt design.
Yeah.
The clear winner was option number 3.
Which was also my favorite, so love it.
So it's got this logo on the front pocket. If we do a pocket shirt, we're not sure yet. And then the back's our main logo, slightly modified. We're going to do like a dark charcoal, almost black color.
Yep.
And we're getting quotes right now, but we'll let y'all know as soon as those are available to pre-order. Once we hit our minimum, then they'll get shipped out to you, and let us know if y'all want anything, like what else y'all want, because we might be able to set up some other stuff like as one-offs where we don't have to get a minimum.
Right.
And I don't think it'll be that expensive, and it'll be fun to rep it. And then hopefully when you're out in the wild and people ask you about it, you can say, actually, pull up your phone. Okay, now you're going to search for this. Okay, now hit the follow button.
Tell them, Robin. Tell them.
And subscribe and get alerts and comment. I also had an idea, which we don't have to do.
Okay.
Which is like a raffle giveaway.
Okay.
For people leaving reviews, a 5-star review on iTunes where they like write something.
Oh.
And all they have to do is screenshot it and send it to us in a DM on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then maybe we leave it open for like a month, whatever. And then we can pick one and raffle some like custom, one-of-a-kind, get a cool wine goblet thing made or something. Goblet. What do you call those?
A chalice, no. A tumbler.
Tumbler,
a wine tumbler.
Thank
you.
Yeah, something like that. Something special.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I've heard of other people doing it. I'm like, feels a little shameless pluggy, but that's literally what we're doing right now.
We've got to do it. So here we are.
Yep.
So yeah, y'all keep an eye out for the shirt links. We'll be sharing those very soon with y'all so we can get some ordered.
For sure. And then I have a few corrections. This is a new segment called Robin's Wrong. Ooh, look at that accidental alliteration. Ooh, I did it again. Okay. First thing is I said King Trident. He's the king of gum.
Yep.
Minty fresh all the time.
I didn't correct you, so maybe I'm at fault here too.
Yeah, I kind of garbled it a little bit because I wasn't exactly sure what was coming out of my mouth. Much
when
like
you just try to slur the word to make it,
entire
you're not
episode.
sure exactly how to say it. King Triton.
So King Triton. And I was correct on Little Mermaid, so that made me feel good. And the song, I tried everything to search for that song. It was not coming up. I did the whole, when Google says hum the song.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know what you're talking about, bitch. And so then I was
so
like,
off.
I really dug deep and I was like, oh my gosh, it's King of my heart. King of my heart.
Why were you saying Love of My Life to King of My Heart?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
But it was a Taylor Swift song at least.
Okay, I had the right lyrics and I was right. It was a Taylor Swift song. It was I Don't Want to Live Forever with Zayn and Taylor Swift. So
whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Parker Posey, the reason that I thought it was her in Sleepless in Seattle is because she is Tom Hanks's girlfriend in You've Got Mail.
Okay.
So the old switcheroo.
She said all the Tom Hanks movies put together, all the cast
and Meg
together.
Ryan.
Let me just pick one. Yeah.
Yep. And that made me think of Parker Posey in another movie, but I'll talk about it later.
Okay. I have a correction. If we're going to do Robin's Wrong, let's do Kaylee's Wrong. I said on the last episode that Taylor Swift had a song called Iris on Evermore.
Oh, right.
It's Ivy.
So close.
But it's exactly what I described is that song. I just got the name slightly wrong, but I don't blame myself for that because I don't love that album anyway.
Yeah,
so
fair enough.
That's fine.
I'm sure there's things that we've gotten wrong that we just totally notice never.
But we will keep the Robin/Kaylee's Wrong segment for when we do notice.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All
ready to get it going?
Let's do it.
Let's go to the and then.
All right. My and then is, did you ever play Slug Bug?
Yeah.
So when you see an old VW bug,
totally.
You yell Slug Bug, and then you get to punch somebody.
Yeah.
Did y'all punch hard?
No.
Me neither. We're girls.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I feel like boys probably were like, an excuse to beat some ass, you know?
And then we would do like the...
I more would like flick.
Oh, yeah. The other thing was when you see a car with one headlight out, there's something that you say and you hit the dashboard and then
Okay, I don't know this
I can't think of... No. Oh, that's going to bug me. Why didn't I look this up beforehand? Shit.
Here she goes.
Oh, well, it's not going to come to me. I'll add it to Robin's Wrong next week. So there's that when you saw a headlight out. Is one-eyed? I don't know. And then what other games? So I was thinking about the weird things we used to do in cars.
Yeah.
Just didn't have to be a road trip. Things like holding your breath when you go over a bridge, which I still try to do.
Really?
And holding your breath when you go through a cemetery and doing this.
Mm-hmm.
If you go through a yellow light, you kiss your hand and hit the ceiling.
No.
I did that
You were much more active in a car than I was.
I did that until I was a young adult.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just the habit. It's just the muscle memory gets in you. If you run through a yellow light, you do that.
Interesting.
And then just the other games that you would play.
I feel like I Spy with My Little Eye.
Definitely. See, we never said with My Little Eye, but I say that now with my kids.
Okay.
And you'd have to say inside or outside the car.
Right, exactly.
And then we would do Guess the Thing. And we'd have to say if it was a person, place, or thing. And they could only ask yes or no questions.
Okay.
And if it was taking forever and ever and ever, you could give them hints.
Okay.
But we still play that on road trips. Nate and I will. It's a little bit harder to play with kids unless you do just animals.
Yeah.
Because then there's a standard setup. Is it a mammal?
Right.
Does it walk on four legs? Does it have fur?
Right.
Does it live here? Whatever. So we play that one a lot of Guess the Animal. But Guess the Thing.
Guess the Thing.
I mean, you can get like a extension cord.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can be like, is it in your house? Is it in one specific room?
Yeah.
Is it electronic? Does it use batteries? Like, it can go on and on.
Right.
So I think those are really the main ones.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more.
Yeah, I don't know what else you could do.
Oh,
the thing with the license plate, you try to find as many states as you can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or just what I do anyways, you just like happen to make words with your license plate.
Yeah.
What does yours say, Kaylee?
Oh, yeah. Have I not told the story?
I don't know.
Let me tell the story. So when I got baby blue number 2, which is my car right now, my first one drowned in a terrible flood in San Marcos.
I don't think you've told the story. And even if you have, oh, well.
Okay.
I listen to podcasts all the time and they retell stories.
Okay, I'm going to tell it. Well,
disclaimer.
Okay, so baby blue number 1 really quickly drowned in a flood in San Marcos. I came out in the middle of the night. I was staying with my, at the time, boyfriend at his apartment. Came out. All the power went out. We knew it was going to storm, but I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. Came outside. My car is literally floating in the parking lot in San Marcos and bumping into the other car.
Like
every car was floating and bumping into each other.
Nothing you can do.
Absolutely wild. And we were stranded at that apartment for multiple days.
Which apartment complex was it?
Oh, God. What was it called? The Lodge.
Okay.
The Lodge.
That rings a bell.
Yep. It was The Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that came to me.
I was going to say River Place.
No, it was The Lodge. And yeah, baby blue number 1 drowned. So when I got baby blue number 2, I had to get a new license plate for it.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, I'm going to take care of it or whatever, because he worked with the insurance company to make sure everything was good to get me this new baby blue number 2, which is literally the exact same car, just 2 years newer than baby blue number 1, and blue, just like my first one was.
It's a great blue.
Yeah. So he comes in the house with my new license plate, and he is cracking up when he walks in the house, and he's like, you're never going to believe what your new license plate is. And I'm like, what did you do? He's like, no, Kaylee, I didn't do it. This is just literally what they handed me.
Uh-huh.
And it is FRK-1986.
My birth year.
Freak 1986.
It was a prophecy that you were going to meet me.
Maybe it was.
A freak born in 1986.
Literally, every time I see it, I just, in my head, freak 1986, freak 1986. Everyone thinks I'm driving around and purposely made my license plate freak 1986.
It does look purposeful.
And I did not do it on purpose in any way, shape, or form.
And I love that you could have gotten a custom license plate at any point in time and you just rolled with it.
No, I was like, well, we're just going to... We're going to embrace...
This is me now.
Yeah, we're going to embrace Freak 1986.
It makes it easy to spot you on the highway. We take the same route to and from a lot of places, and so I can always spot little baby blue.
Hilarious.
And then mine's easy to spot because mine is also blue.
But yours was, you actually did it on purpose.
I was under the influence and peer pressured, and my blue Bronco, my custom license plate that's black, it says M-Boy Blue, MBOYBLU. You know, my boy Blue.
My boy Blue.
So for people who get it, they're like, that's awesome. Like I've caught people taking a picture of it.
I was with you one time. We literally caught someone taking a picture of it in the parking lot.
Someone was like, doesn't that scare you? I'm like, I'm out here on these streets with this license plate. What are they going to do? Steal my identity with my license plate?
I just said exactly what my license plate is. So
don't
hopefully
care.
I shouldn't be scared.
I'm not worried about being doxxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was under the influence and got convinced by my best friends to get that license plate. And I was a little embarrassed to put it on at first. I'm not going to lie, but now I've just fully embraced it. Like if I'm out here in this blue Bronco,
I dig it.
Might as well just
it fits the vibe.
Go all the way.
It fits it.
Yep.
Okay. Mine then will be short, quick. We're going back to fashion because the Charlotte Russe got me last time. And then I saw this. Sperrys.
Oh, the boat shoes?
The boat shoes. Robin, do you remember? I don't know if you had this experience. There was this time when you had to have Sperrys.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was wearing Sperrys. And they were, I feel like when I first started wearing them, I would wear them with no socks.
Yeah.
And they would get so gross and smelly.
Stinky.
And I'd be like, okay, time for a new pair of Sperrys. Yeah. And I would just literally repurchase the same pair.
I can just picture.
So they would be fresh.
All the dudes standing around the keg.
But even
that's what it gives me. I did too.
Oh, totally.
My favorites were, I had a pair of Sperrys for a while and they got so stinky.
Yeah.
And then I got a pair that were boat shoes, but they were a Skechers brand. The most comfortable shoes I have ever had in my whole life. Really? I was pregnant with Sawyer when I had them, and I wore them to work one day, and I worked at a very corporate-y type office at the time, and they had, that little tie on them.
Yeah.
Somebody went to HR that I was wearing tennis shoes because we were not allowed to wear tennis shoes.
Wow.
And I was like, I'm sorry. I had to crawl to the restroom last night. I have the worst sciatica pain. Yeah. I was 8 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, these are the only shoes.
Someone tattling on an 8-month pregnant woman.
And I stood all day long. I didn't sit at a desk. I stood all day long for work. So I had to wear comfortable shoes. I could not
wrong with people?
Believe it. This is the same woman when I brought Sawyer up with me to my office. This was like years ago, like 18 jobs ago. She commented on how messy Sawyer's hair was. She was like, 1.
What is wrong with people?
Yeah, I hope you're listening. Kristy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Call her out.
Call her out, Robin. That's awful.
Isn't that terrible?
Like, I am shook that people, what is wrong with people? 8 months pregnant.
8 months pregnant. She's got a tie on her shoes.
She's wearing tennis shoes.
Which I was like, these are boat shoes.
These are fancy knockoff Sperrys.
Yeah, and obviously the person who had to have the conversation with me was like, yeah, I just had to go through this, like, for,
check a box.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, that's ridiculous. You wear those shoes, girl.
Wow.
Yeah, I think she was even like, you could wear tennis shoes if you want. And I was like, no, these are really, really comfortable. Thank you, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was mine then, was Sperry's, because I was like, continuing with the fashion trend, it had a time. Everyone was wearing Sperry's.
And none of us were out there boating.
Not even a little bit. Like, I actually was out there fishing at that time in my life all the time, but I wasn't wearing my Sperry's on the boat. No. God forbid I mess up my Sperry's.
Some people are still like, I still wear my Sperry's.
Okay, I've got to say this. I haven't seen Sperry's in the wild in years. Okay.
No offense.
I will not judge you, but I've got to say I have not seen a Sperry in the wild.
Somebody's looking down like, oh no. My mom gave these to me for Christmas.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. That's all I had for the end then. Let's get it to the now.
Let's go. All right, our first item of news here, breaking news, came out, in the last week or so. It's just heartbreaking. Is that stop it? Sorry. Come on, I'm in character.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Is that Gary and Teresa, the first ever successful Golden Bachelor couple, married on national television just 3 months ago. Who would have seen it coming? They announced their divorce. They're getting divorced. They announced it on Good Morning America.
I'm shocked. Not.
I mean, roll my eyes. Why did you have to do this in an interview on Good Morning America? Just go quietly into the night.
What did I tell you? They should have never been together from the beginning. There was no chemistry. No passion.
Nope.
There was nothing.
Nope.
So was I shocked in the slightest? No.
Do you think Leslie and Faith were sliding into those DMs or what? I think maybe it's too much.
That's kind of what I think.
Yeah. Like he straight up married her.
Yeah, it's not like he picked her and then like regretted it shortly after, which has happened multiple times on The Bachelor. No, they full on got married on national television.
Had no plan for living in even the same state, much less together.
Okay, Robin, I don't know how true this is, but I saw something on TikTok, so I'm going to bring it up. Mm-hmm. This girl is friends with Gary's granddaughter.
Yeah.
And she said that he thought Teresa was too uppity and like so like put together and organized and thinks she's better than everyone because she's so put together. Now, again, this was on TikTok. Do not take this. I don't want to spread that rumor, but
there's a lot of rumors about him and what he's been up to. And
yes.
Yeah, that he's maybe not the best guy, which I chose and choose not to go down those rabbit holes because, yes, I think it's whatever that they're getting divorced, but I still want to like the guy. So I don't even know what the rumors are, but apparently he's been up to no good.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah. So
they're goners.
Sorry about it.
I saw Tyler Cameron did an interview and he was like, what the heck, y'all? Like, you did this Golden Bachelor. You made us believe in love. You tried to like really sell it to us. And then 3 months later, y'all are divorced. Like, what the heck?
I'm sure the showrunners are pissed.
Yeah, he said it put a bad look on The Bachelor. And I said, it does.
Especially any future Golden Bachelors that they might want to do. Like, they're obviously casting right now, Golden Bachelorette. And it's kind of like, man, we all would have been hooked.
Right.
And now we're kind of like, they're not any better than the normal one.
Exactly.
They could have just wrote it out for a while.
God, they didn't even 3 months.
They don't have that long maybe on this.
It's like Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries level.
Yeah.
Like legitimately.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's sad, obviously, but like not that sad.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah.
I'm not sad. It's just kind of like, wow. That's my reaction. Wow.
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 Okay. Next one is a happy thing that I want to talk about because it's also very nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
Ashanti and Nelly are engaged and pregnant.
Oh, that's so sweet.
This is why it's so sweet, Robin. They dated for 10 years.
That's so awesome.
From 2003 to 2013.
You love to see it.
And then they broke up for 10 years and then got back together in 2023. And now they're engaged and pregnant.
I love that.
I
would say it's like J-Lo and Ben Affleck, but it's just way sweeter because it's Nelly and Ashanti.
It's way sweeter. I'm also a monstrous Nelly fan.
Yeah.
Like, I jam Nelly all the time. Love him.
Hot in.
Yeah.
So hot in here. I can just hear it.
Grills by Nelly.
Ooh.
I can sing every word.
I don't know that song. I think we talked about this.
Yeah, no. Absolutely love Grills.
I'm sure I'd know it if you played it. But
you'd know it.
I told you how my mom threw my Nelly CD out the window.
I'm stomping.
Oh, yeah. My mom threw it out the window.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is happy news, and it just is nostalgic also because I just remember them being like a very iconic couple back in the day, and now they're iconic again.
Yeah.
And I love it so much.
So happy for them. That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Okay, I think that's all we got.
All right. We're going to take it over to our other now related segment, which is all about the Tortured Poets Department. This is not the full recap. We're going to do that breakdown later on as a bonus. So let's welcome Sawyer to the show.
Woohoo!
All right. We are here with Sawyer Love. Can you say hi?
Hi.
And what are we going to talk about, Kales?
It's time to talk Taylor's not one, but 2 new albums.
2 new albums she hit us with overnight. The first one came out at midnight. Everyone thought the 2 might have meant
a music video
or Reputation, because
right.
Someone said that in one of the pop-up things in New York that something said Serpentine. I don't know. So anyway, at 2 a.m. she dropped the anthology version of the Tortured Poets Department. And
wow, is
the
all
internet
I can say.
Lost our collective minds.
I need to say this. Like, we were literally talking about last episode how this woman is so busy and people need to leave her alone. No, I say it again. This girl has really been so busy.
She stays busy.
She just literally dropped 2 albums while she's in the middle of this international tour. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, 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 wow. And they spanned a very wide array of time.
What do you mean?
It seemed like there was things that she had written a while back, obviously.
Right.
And then, Travis songs.
Yeah.
So we love
cutie ones. Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a couple things here with you, Sawyer. First, we want to remind ourselves of what we said last time.
Yes, I have all those notes.
We just looked at the track list and we tried to guess what the vibe was. Mm-hmm. And then we'll compare it to what the actual vibe was. And
okay.
Then we're going to just maybe talk about some faves.
Some early faves, because we do need to call out that we are doing this the night after it was released.
Yes, exactly.
So we haven't had enough time to fully take it all in, but I think we want to talk about some early faves that we have right now. And then we're going to actually do a full rundown recap of the album. We'll do a little bonus episode.
Yes, and hopefully we'll get Mare on to do that, and that'll be out a little later this week.
Yes.
Where we deep dive.
Right. But for now, let's do early faves and see if we got any of these vibes right from last time. Okay. So starting out with Fortnite, we also need to talk about the correction that we thought there were no features.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
2 features.
Good call out.
And this first one had Posty. Post Malone was on it.
Supposedly.
I saw a tweet and it was like, was Post Malone silent or was he silenced?
That's funny.
But he did get the bridge, which is kind of a big deal for Taylor to give someone else the bridge.
And I don't know his music very much. I just kind of feel like he's just like the feature guy. Like he's featured on a bunch of stuff, but I really like
Robin,
it. What?
That is so not correct.
Is that not accurate?
But okay.
That's just
interesting take.
My perception of him.
Okay, great.
Could not name you a single Post
Well,
Malone
because
song.
you're like, oh, he was featured on Beyonce's album and he was featured on Taylor's, so he must be a feature guy.
You say it.
There's one song that I know you know, Sunflower. By Post
I'm a
Malone.
Sunflower. Oh, yeah.
And you'll never be too much.
Yep, I do know that song.
Okay.
Yay.
He's not a feature guy, but he was featured on this one.
Okay.
So first one is Fortnite. Now let me remind you of what we said on
8-bit.
the vibes. Robin said 8-bit. He plays too much Fortnite. I said medium tempo. I haven't seen you in a fortnight. I miss you.
And that was accurate.
And I was accurate.
All right, 1 point for Kaylee.
Robin's 8-bit was not accurate. It had nothing to do with the game.
And what did you think of this song, Sawyer?
I think it was okay. I feel like I don't know. I feel like all her other songs are like, I don't know how to explain it. Like her other albums are a way like more upbeat, and like this album is way more like slow.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so like this song is pretty slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this song is slow, but it is kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
I'll say like it's a good vibey song.
It is.
Definitely I don't know if I'd go bop, but vibey song. I dug it. I dug the little Posty in the background.
Yeah.
He's smooth, like his voice is smooth, so that's good. Okay, you ready to go to the next one?
Yep.
Okay, so Tortured Poets Department. You said sarcastically sad.
I was really wrong about none of these being like genuine sadness about them.
Yeah.
There
I
was
also
some-
said sad and slow, and that's not.
Yeah, it's more of a bop.
I really like this song.
I like it. I'm with you,
I
Sawyer.
feel like it's more upbeat than the other songs.
Yeah, I like it. It's not in my fave at the moment, but it could grow on me more. I do like it though.
I feel like it kind of sounds like you're on your own, kid. You always have been.
Ooh,
Same vibe, Sawyer.
yeah.
I agree with you. I
Very
agree with you.
astute observation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. My boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Ooh, I think we nailed it.
Banger, 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 banger alert.
Mm-hmm.
I said that 5 times last episode, and it's in my top. Absolutely love.
Yep.
Absolutely love.
Agreed.
Robin said it has to be a banger. If not, then it's then it's cheesy.
A little bit of both.
So
I like it.
I absolutely love it.
I liked it when she said something around the lines of I was the queen of the sandcastle that you had to go wreck it or whatever. The imagery.
I mean, just
The storytelling.
my boy only likes to break his favorite toys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay.
Down bad.
Ooh.
So I said it could go either way, banger or sad. I'm down bad. You said snark.
Okay. You said I'm so sad I'm down bad.
Mm-hmm. Do we need a?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So were we right on this one?
Yes, we do need to replay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like hard for me to remember each one. Okay.
Yep.
So snark, not really.
Not really.
She's like, I'm down bad. F it. If I can't have him, I'm outie.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it too. I like it too.
Me too.
But I feel like the background, I don't know about it. Like the background, I feel like, I don't know, it's a little too much.
Too much going on in the back.
It's a lot of production in this album, but sometimes I appreciate it, but I agree with you with this one. It's a little overproduced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it though.
I'm thinking this start
I love the
is
lyrics.
so strong. Like the start of this album. I'm like,
The start of this album.
way to start off strong and get us in it.
At least the first 5. I can't really think of what the 6th one is, and I don't have my notes, but the first 5, solid.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Next one is So Long, London.
Woof.
So you said sincere and I said slow and sincere.
Yep.
And we nailed.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I was crying.
Rip your heart out.
That is true track 5 material right there.
Hundo P.
Ooh.
Hundo P.
Throwback to London Boy. I mean, it's just...
London Boy.
Oh, man. That one... the Matt Healy of it all really threw me off, but that one is... I appreciated a true breakup track for Joe Alwyn.
She hit both those boys.
Yes, she sure did. Multiple times.
Yes,
pow, pow.
Yes, she did.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Yep. Okay, so next one is, but Daddy, I love him.
Oh my gosh.
So Robin went on and on about The Little Mermaid for this, which you were correct.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's going to be all about mermaids. But like you were like allegory to mermaids. Go ahead, Sawyer.
Okay, so today at school, there's people in my class who love Taylor Swift, and this girl sits next to me, and she gets to go on the computer, and she was searching up all the things. And she saw that one. And she was like, isn't that from Ariel? And I'm like, oh, the Little Mermaid? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
mm-hmm.
Yep. She was smart.
Your mom was right.
Mm-hmm.
I said DJ Beat and then Daddy, I Love Him in the background. Wrong.
Nope.
Wasn't about mermaids. And it wasn't a DJ Beat and a Daddy, I Love Him in the background.
Nope.
But I do like this one.
I like it too.
I like it. It's not like, again, not in my fave, but
no, I wouldn't skip it.
I dig it. Yeah, I dig it. Okay, next one's Fresh Out the Slammer. I said there's no way that slow. Shit's got to be popping off. I was wrong. Why? I don't know. You hear Slammer, you think it's going to be banging.
Slamming.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
I don't mind this one.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm trying not to say too much so that we can save it for our...
Right.
Yeah.
Florida.
You know this one?
I like this one.
You like this one. Okay. I said there's no way this can be slow with 3 exclamation points.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not slow.
No.
It's a good medium tempo. Picks up. I like Florence's voice.
It's one of my favorites. It's
really good.
Yeah.
It was funny this morning we were listening, and I said it. I said this has Florence from Florence and the Machine, but Sawyer didn't hear me. So as soon as she started singing, Sawyer turns to me and is like, "What?" And I said, "That's not Taylor. That's Florence from Florence and the Machine." She was like, "Oh my gosh!" It really freaked her out for a second.
Yeah.
How is that Taylor Swift?
What'd she do to her voice?
I like their voices together though.
Me too. And I'm a sucker for Florence and Machine voice, like mesmerizing. So pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, next one, Guilty as Sin. We both said it was going to be slow, and then you said people wouldn't appreciate it.
Oh, because of the sin of it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of slow to medium. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I really like it.
I do. I like it when she howls. We didn't get to that part.
Oh. I like her voice in it. She shows off a little range.
I really like it. It's one of my favorites. I think I really like it.
I feel like if I don't pay close attention to the lyrics, I might not have liked that one.
Okay.
Like some of them, you really need that part.
I just haven't had the time to really dive into the lyrics. Again, we just haven't had the time to do it, but I will when we do the full recap.
Okay, when you do, I would recommend looking it up on genius.com because people can add little annotations. You can click on it and it pops open and they're not, vetted out, so they could be wrong. But then at the bottom, people's comments are also really helpful to kind of get some context. Or if you're like, oh, that sounds like something I don't know what, they'll say, oh, this reminds me of this. And you're like, oh my God, yes, it does. So
right. Okay. That's good. Good. Next one is Who's Afraid of Little Old Me?
I feel like we were accurate.
Yeah, we said medium tempo, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf, mastermind vibes.
Yeah.
We nailed that.
Yeah.
When she screams, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? I'm just like,
yeah, that was awesome.
I love it.
I didn't see that coming in such a bold way.
Yes, exactly.
And she doesn't normally give it that yelly sing.
Yeah.
So,
I was digging it.
Yeah, we were right on that one.
All right. Next one is I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can.
Oof.
So you said acoustic piano and I said slow.
Mm-hmm. We were both kind of right. I wouldn't say acoustic piano, but it definitely is very thinned down compared to the production on the other ones.
Yes, for sure.
Very Western vibes.
Western. Definitely some Western background noises going on.
I like it.
Yeah.
But I feel like if they made it a little bit more upbeat and faster, it would be
I'm with Sawyer. We want some bangers.
Lots of slow songs on this one.
Yeah.
Slow to medium.
Yeah. Okay, next one is LOML. And you said throwaway one, skip, or the only sad song. And I said not a banger.
Not a banger.
That was my only feedback.
Yeah.
Which it's not a banger.
No.
But
this one they said is about Maddie Healy.
Yeah.
Love of my life, loss of my life.
Loss of my life.
Yeah. Sad.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. You said sad but empowering, slow to medium, make you cry.
I was wrong about the slow.
Yeah, no.
But I was right about the empowering, even though it's really sad.
It's a bop.
Yeah, it's a sad bop.
But it's upbeat.
Yeah.
Which I like.
It's very same vein as Mirror Ball. Like, I'm going to get through it. I'm just like a shiny thing for you. Like, I have no...
What'd she say? I'm so depressed. I pretend every day's my birthday.
Yep.
I love this one. I feel like it's like... Okay, so I have two favorites. This one, if we say the other one, I'll say it.
Okay.
This one is like really good.
This is in my top as well.
It's in my top.
Yep. Love it. The next one is The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived.
Oh.
I said banger, roast his ass. And you said, look what you made me do vibes. Boy, were we wrong.
I mean, the roasting.
The roasting, we were right. But the vibe was, again, I was trying to put it out there that they were going to be.
Yeah.
But
it was a lot more heartbreaky than I was anticipating. At the end of it, I had chills all down my body.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
It's a good one for sure.
I'm seeing debate online whether that's about Maddie Healy or Joe, but I think when I was listening to it, it made me think of Maddie Healy.
Yeah, I need her to come out.
Who knew?
I need her to come out and give us some hints on who's who in these, some of these, you know?
Yeah.
Next one's The Alchemy.
Oh, this one was sweet.
Yeah, I said, I have no clue. Maybe medium. You said slow but cool.
Medium cool.
Yeah.
It's about Trav.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Not my favorite, but
Not
good.
my fave.
Travis Kelsey.
Next one is Clara Bow. I said Marjorie vibe, chill. You said about someone specific, piano.
I know what I said.
That's
like
what
more of what I said about the names tracks. But I did kind of compare it to Last Great American Dynasty, which I feel like it has a little bit of that. I really like this one. I think I wrote down in my notes, like, I was wrong about this one. It's perfect.
Maybe it'll grow on me then.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that vibe right now, but again, haven't had a time to really dive in. So maybe it'll grow on me.
Yeah. It's
not my favorite.
We weren't wrong, though, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Same vibe. Go ahead.
So I was wondering, do you like this album?
Yes, but I have some thoughts.
Well, let's just do the bonus track and then
we'll have the thoughts.
Ask her again.
Yeah, ask me again after we do this last one. The manuscript. I said banger. You said slow, then beat drop. We were wrong.
We were wrong. It's a really beautiful song, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty song.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Sawyer.
Okay. I have a question. Do you like this album?
Yes, but I have some thoughts.
Okay.
Can I give my thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, my thoughts are I do like a good amount of these songs, but there are a good amount also for me that are like filler songs. Like,
yeah,
I appreciate a double album drop, Taylor. Go for it, girl. But I think there is a good portion of them, and I love her, and I'm not trying to, say anything bad, but there's a lot that I would put on my skip list, at least at this point.
Yeah.
So I like some of it, but I'm not obsessed with it at this moment.
Yeah.
Does that track?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I feel the same way. There's a lot of folklore-esque moments.
Right, which is what I told you I didn't really want.
I was a little bummed about that for you because I was like, damn, I really love this. But I was like, there's no way it's going to be like folklore. And then I was wrong.
I have to, on that note, I have to shout out one of my best friends, Carly, who is the biggest Swiftie I know. She literally, we were arguing leading up to this because I was like, no. There's going to be bangers. Like, it has to be upbeat. Like, no way she's coming in here. Carly's like, I think it's going to be slow. Carly was right.
Yeah.
She knows her better than anyone.
Yep. I think that, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I feel like this album is really similar to Midnight's. Like the slow songs, I feel like they're really similar to the slow songs in Midnight's.
Yep, I agree. A lot of the production seems very similar as well. But then you get into like the contrast between Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner, and I just love the familiarity in both of those sounds. Like Jack's more retro 80s sounding. He leaves a lot more space. Whereas Aaron is very, like, it's like he's writing a symphony. Like, there's so many layers. And it's really interesting, the harmonies and everything. So I love both of them, but I think I like Aaron's songs better. So I'm not going to lie. There was some, when you say skip, where I'm just like, I don't think we needed this.
Yeah.
And it was like she had to put every single song that she had written out. I'm sure there's a ton that were left on the cutting room floor, but it just occurred to me in this moment. It was exactly 31 songs and 2 hours and 2 minutes. So I wonder if there was a little bit of finagling of what she had to work with where she kept in certain ones that would fit to where it would all add up to that.
Maybe.
Like she's like, oh, and I got to add an extra verse here. I got to take this part out to make it equal exactly that number.
Maybe.
So that could be a little bit of it. But like I said, she probably had 100 that she didn't use.
Yeah. She's always got something in the chamber. Yeah, there's just, I do like it. And I think it will grow on me. I just haven't had the time for it to grow on me yet.
Yeah. I'm excited for it to grow on me. You go.
Okay, so I feel like there's all those songs, I feel like a lot of them are very similar. And I love Taylor Swift. But I feel like a lot of them are very, very similar.
That's a very good point.
Very similar sounding.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Whereas if you don't know the lyrics, which we obviously don't yet, it's not going to stick in your brain of oh, it's this song.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, which one is that?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot that sound similar.
That'll change over time, but it's a good observation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like when a new album releases, you don't know any songs, and then especially with Taylor Swift, the next month you know every single song with every single lyric, and then you love the album.
Facts.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Do we want to do early favorites?
Yeah, let's go through them real quick.
All right, you go.
So my early favorites are like we said, the first few of them are bangers in their own way. They slap. I loved So Long London, even though it's heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get into songs from the second half, which I think I like the second half better overall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Gonna Get You Back.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Love the double meaning. So High School is so sweet. And I know you want to talk about that one.
Yep.
Thank You, Amy. Wow. So whenever I first saw that, I saw that she had capitalized the K and then the I and the M in Amy. And I was like, why is that capitalized? It took me a while. I'm not going to lie. And then I thought, man, that would suck to be whoever Kim is.
Oh my God, it didn't even hit you?
No.
Oh, I instantly saw it and went, oh my God. And I had to go listen to it.
Yeah. The part where she's like, oh, I changed the words and got rid of all the clues so your kids won't know. It's like, no, they're going to know. Somebody wrote in the comments on genius.com version of this, and they were like, just picture North out here dancing to a TikTok to this song, and her mom's gagging.
No, literally, I saw the tweet, and it was like the lyric of her saying, your kid's going to be jamming my song that she doesn't even know is about you. And then it literally flashed to a TikTok where North is literally dancing to a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes.
So funny.
Yes, Taylor.
Just two really quickly. I really liked I look in people's windows. Gosh, I can't talk today. Just beautiful and sad, as well as the prophecy, beautiful and sad. And I got a shout out. She wrote a song called Robin.
She sure did.
And it's a very sweet song.
It's very sweet.
I know what I said about the Seven song, but I actually really like that song on Folklore. I think it's beautiful. And this one reminded me of that. It's like she's talking to her childhood self or a childhood friend. It's very sweet. She never says the word Robin in it, but it's obviously maybe about someone named Robin, or maybe she had an imaginary friend named Robin.
The fact that you can just say that she wrote a song named Robin,
and it's a
cool.
sweet song. I was so afraid it was going to be sad or a diss track or something. I was really nervous about that, but it's a very sweet song.
It is.
Yep.
Okay, so my early.
What do you think? She was about to say something.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I was gonna say what songs I like, but I can go after you.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about that song in particular. Okay. All
right. My early favorites. My favorite right now is My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys.
Oh, yeah.
I have jammed that multiple times since this dropped. I love it. So High School, like you mentioned about old Travie. I get early Taylor
totally
from it. So Fearless and Speak Now. When I hear Taylor Swift, that's what I think of, because she was so up and coming and so crucial when I was in high school, that this song is just makes me go back there.
It made me cry with how she's just
good.
so spot on with the sentiment
when
of
she's
how it feels.
Watching American Pie on a Saturday night, I'm like, oh my God, normal people things.
Yep. While your friends play Grand Theft Auto.
It's so hilarious.
So cute.
I love I'm Gonna Get You Back. Like you said, the double meaning. She does it throughout the entire song. Gosh, and it's very upbeat. And I need that in my life.
Yep. Banger.
I also love The Bolter, which again is on that second thing. So we didn't really go through it, which we'll go through it more later. But The Bolter is a bop, upbeat again. I really like it. And then the last one that I have on here is I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Again, upbeat. And I'm digging it. So I really like both the first and the second.
Yeah,
like
they both have their moments.
I have favorites from both.
Yeah, me too.
So that's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel good about it. All right, Sawyer,
Okay.
tell me your faves right now.
Okay, so how many do I say?
Like 4 or 5.
All right, so what's the one that the K the KIM or like.
Thank you, Amy.
Okay, I love that song. Thank you, Amy, because I feel like it's really funny. Like not
Even
like
though
funny, like
it
the
says
song.
the F word over and over.
Well, the song is really funny. Like not the song is really funny, but like the meaning is really like not the meaning, but like
It's a diss track.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I also really like
So
High School.
So High School. That's what it's called. I like that one. I also really like the one like that's named Robin.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of the songs I feel like if they had like a better beat and like they were faster, they would be way better.
Yeah, you'd like them more?
Moral of the story here is me and Sawyer want bangers.
Yeah, you do.
We want banger tracks that we can get excited to, get pumped up. Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
And the last song that I really like is Florida. I feel like it's really like, I don't know, I just really like it, and I feel like it's really like pretty. I think that's a good way to explain it. Like really pretty, and I like. Oh, and I wanted to say this earlier. This is what I forgot to say. I feel like Taylor Swift, like and with like voice of boys that sound good together, like her voice and like Post Malone or like the other boys' voice sound really good together.
Bon Iver.
Yes.
Bon Iver?
Bon Iver, I thought is what it is.
I say it different every time.
I think it's Bon Iver.
Yep. All right. Very good points. Okay. I think that's it for now. Please don't make that face. I love you.
Love you.
Thanks for coming on. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure to have Sawyer on the pod.
Yes, it is.
And now we're going to take it to
Watch it, weirdo.
All right. So you had me watch The Ugly Truth.
Yes.
And I will just say classic 2009 rom-com, everything you wanted it to be. Loved it.
I love that.
Loved it.
It's right up my alley. That's like my favorite type of movie.
Yeah.
Is like the classic 2000s rom-com.
Yep. So Katherine Heigl, I feel like she's always kind of in the news casting world, like Knocked Up, Firefly Lane, and now this one she's like the hardworking, neurotic producer, behind the scenes lady. You know, she's got her hair in a ponytail.
Yeah,
she couldn't possibly be a babe, and shocker, she is. You were right about not having that be a movie that I watch with my children because wholly inappropriateness, Batman.
Oh, extremely inappropriate.
Yeah, he was so raunchy, but so yum.
Uh-huh.
A young Gerard Butler.
Oh, he's handsome in that movie.
So
very handsome.
I did notice quite a few times when his accent, like the Scottish
started
accent,
to like
come through, and he said "lassie." I was like, "What?" That's when I looked up. I was like, "Is he Scottish or
he
something?"
probably forgot for 5 seconds that he had to be American.
There was like 2 or 3 times I was like. But that's okay. We forgive. The outfits, just the comedy, the inappropriate comments, everything was so 2009. There's one scene where she's got this long tunic. It's layered with this long sleeved underneath and then short tank over the top. She's got the long necklace and the belt around the waist. I was like, oh, man, I feel that on a very, very personal level.
Yep.
I love the actors who play the news anchors.
Yes.
It's got Cheryl Hines. A lot of things, but Curb.
Yep.
And then John Michael Higgins, who I looked him up on IMDb. He has the longest IMDb I have ever seen. If you think about it, that guy's in everything.
He is kind of in everything.
And so one of the things that he's also in is he is a regular in some of the Christopher Guest movies like Best in Show, A Mighty Wind.
I haven't seen either of those.
He's not in Waiting for Guffman, the other guy that he looks very similar to. That I feel like they're kind of interchangeable. So these movies all have like the same kind of rotating cast. Eugene Levy, Parker Posey, speaking of Parker Posey, Catherine O'Hara, like from Schitt's Creek, Fred Willard, David Cross, and my grandpa.
I'm sorry, your grandpa?
Have I told this story?
It's not ringing a bell right now.
How he makes the movie Waiting for Guffman rated R?
No.
I've never told you this story.
Oh, I think you've told me this story.
But not on the pod.
Not on the pod.
Okay, so my grandpa, Jerry Turman, Turman. So if you go on their IMDb page for Waiting for Guffman, it's a weird it's not up your alley.
Okay.
Just a very specific brand of comedy that if you like it, you love it. And Waiting for Guffman is not his, I would say his most famous one is probably Best in Show. So it's like these mockumentary type style.
Okay.
And Waiting for Guffman, they're waiting for the like New York critic to come and watch their musical that they put on.
Okay.
And it's about stools. Okay. But like that stool that you sit on, you can see. So there's an audition scene for this musical, and it was filmed here in Austin or nearby. And my grandpa at that time was doing some acting. So he was in like a Stone Temple Pilots music video, making out with a hot nurse. My grandma was on set, supposedly.
Wow.
And I was about 13 when this movie came out, and he is the only person in the whole movie that says the F word.
Wow.
He made the movie rated R.
That's so cool.
But when they play it on TV, on the cable, they'll cut his scene out.
Oh, that sucks.
But he's known as the Raging Bull Auditioner. So if you've actually seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. You're probably like, what? That's her grandpa? Swear to God, it's my grandpa. He was also in an iconic Bluebell homemade ice cream. What a perfect way to say. When it's the old man and the two old ladies and they go in the house and it goes into black and white. That's my grandpa.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So he is like, hi, my name is, I'm gonna do a scene from the Raging Bull. You fuck my wife? You fuck my wife? How you gonna say something like that? How you gonna say this to me? You fuck my wife? And then they look at the people on the panel for the auditions and they're like, and that's it. So they said he did it at the table read, and at the table read, you just say it like yourself pretty much.
Yeah.
And they're like, do it just like that.
Wow.
So he's just Jerry.
That's so cool.
And he makes the movie rated R.
That's so cool.
So shout out Grandpa, R.I.P. Love you. Okay, so I said I wanted to hate this whole storyline, but I can't argue with it. Like, I wanted to be like, girl power, he's not going to come in and like fix her, blah, blah, whatever. Shut up.
You got to appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah, I'm saying shut up to myself, not to you.
Okay.
It was giving of the same era, that show, The Pickup Artist.
Never seen that.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Where the guy, like, he wrote books and he had that long black hair and he would like teach guys how to like pick up girls with like his sleazy tactics. That's all around the same time. I thought the cat was going to get the remote. Because she had said the cat stepped on my remote.
The funniest scenes ever.
I was dying laughing. I wanted to hate that part because I was like, this is so inappropriate that a kid has the remote. I wrote, oh no, a kid found it. And then I was like, okay, this is actually quite funny. So then, speaking of throwback, the chick at the table says, what's in ceviche? Because she puts on these underwear that make you bzz, bzz, and a kid gets a hold of the remote, much to her chagrin, and then she's like, ooh, at the table. And this other chick goes, what's in ceviche? And I thought it was such a clear nod to I'll have what she's having.
Oh.
And I thought that was so cool. I wrote down, in case y'all are wondering, yes, my notes are down here. That's where I'm looking. I was like, how have we already gone full circle 3 weeks into this segment?
Yes.
I just thought that was so cool.
I never even thought about that. Yeah.
Do you think that was one take? That one seemed like maybe they needed to.
I feel like you had to do that a few times.
And I feel like Kath.
To like get the exact vibe that they wanted.
And they probably had to be like, that was great, sweetie. I need you to turn up a little bit more.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't know like how much they want it, how much they don't want it.
She doesn't strike me as one that's going to go in there and like let it all rip. Like, she seems a little bit more polished.
I would think so because, oh my God.
Yeah.
Having to do that.
Hilarious. And again, just like with Meg Ryan, it just kept on going.
Oh, it wasn't short. It wasn't a short scene.
What's in ceviche? Killed me. I don't think I've ever talked about this, but maybe I have. I'm a sucker for a feel-good montage.
Oh.
It is one of my favorite things in this world. I thought Natasha Bedingfield, Pocket Full of Sunshine. Yep. As soon as that song started, I was like, hell yeah, feel-good montage. Yep. So I think we need to start a new thing, FGM.
Okay.
FGM, feel good montage. Love it. My prediction for the movie at one point, she's holding back her true self from Colin. Eventually she'll break down over it and he'll get scared off and Gerard Butler will pick up the pieces and they'll kiss, but then he'll get scared. And then both of them will say something hurtful and too real. They'll part ways. She'll be alone crying with her coworker friend. It'll be hostile for both of them at work. And then she'll end up with Gerard Butler in the last scene because they see each other for who they really are. That was my prediction.
Okay.
There was some things that were accurate about that. But I didn't think that he was going to go like on air and like come off as kind of like enlightened, like that she kind of changed him.
Yeah.
So that
I loved that.
That surprised me.
Yeah. He stops being such a ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. Well, he keeps his humor. He keeps his like giving shit to people.
Yeah.
But he lets go of a little bit of the assholeness.
Yeah. That was surprising.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh no, she has to go with him to New York.
Oh.
I was like, okay, see this one coming. And he says to her at one point, my point is Colin likes the Mike version of Abby, not the Abby version of Abby. And I was like, ooh, I called that. So, you know, he knows the real her.
She wasn't being herself. She was putting on an act.
East-facing window above the 7th floor. I was like, okay. When they said goodnight in the elevator, I was thinking, like, they're clearly going to bone. And then I thought for a second, oh, they're not.
Yeah.
But then hot makeout scene. So hot. And then they didn't go all the way, which I thought was very impressive.
Yeah.
But, I mean, their chemistry was
Steamy.
good. So then, Ruh-roh, Colin showed up.
Yep.
Did not see that coming.
Right.
He was rehearsing his speech out in the hallway.
I know.
So sweet. At one point around this, I noticed it was like kind of low-key grainy, but we didn't notice back then. It was just before HD.
Right.
And then she takes her extensions out. She's got like the whole halo thing.
Yeah.
And she's like doing the clips. And I'm thinking, can you imagine if you were Colin and she started doing that, you'd be like,
she's literally pulling out her hair.
What is about to happen?
Right.
Is she going to pull off a mask and be a man?
Right.
I did not.
What else is she about to take off her body?
I think she low-key looks way, I said low-key again. I think she looks way hotter with short hair in this movie.
Oh, she pulls off the short hair.
Yeah.
Not everyone can.
Yeah.
You can.
Thank you.
Not everyone can. She can.
Perfectly coiffed.
Yep.
Last scene, they're in a hot air balloon, which was just funny. And the green screen of it all, it was a little tough at times. But again, 2009, I thought the camera angles were really tight in on them on the end.
Yeah, it was kind of zoomed in on
like
their
it makes
faces.
you wonder, was the cameraman like in the basket with them and they needed to like get it to look really realistic?
Maybe so.
Like every scene, it would just go back and forth and it was like their whole face filling up the screen. I was thinking, if I was that actress, I'd be like, can you not?
Can we retouch?
Yeah,
retouch.
And then I just love the last line. You're in love with me. Why? It beats the shit out of me, but I am. Oh, I just thought it was so cute.
Rom-com,
yes.
Just perfect. Like, not so, like, it's lovey-dovey, but it also has, like, the it beats the shit out of me humor. And I love that movie. I think it's a great movie. Anytime it's on, I watch it. I've seen it a million times.
Yeah.
I love it. I think, like you said, the chemistry between them, not every rom-com has that. They do. I love it. I'm so glad that you love it.
Yeah.
So what are your 3 words?
My 3 words are raunchy.
Yes.
Feel good.
Yeah.
And this counts. 2009.
Okay, deal.
All right. Oh, God.
Okay, so Robin assigned me Amelie.
I'm nervous.
You should be a little nervous because we've gotten to the first Watch It Weirdo where I didn't really like it.
You didn't?
No.
Like at all?
No.
Really?
And I was like, Kaylee, I didn't want to go in with the, oh God, I'm going to have to read subtitles, which I was already kind of like, because that's just not my vibe. Like,
I knew it was not going to be like directly down your alley, but I thought the feel good of it would
there were some moments.
Yeah.
I'll give you some moments.
It's very quirky.
That's my thing. And I guess I'm not very quirky.
Well, I mean, that's, you know, I knew you never watched something like that.
No, I'm glad you gave it to me.
Yeah.
It's rated, like it's in the top 100 movies based on IMDb ratings. Like it has really high ratings. I might be in the minority here, but I didn't love it.
It's not your cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea. So some notes that I had, what the heck was that intro? Literally pulling a baby out of someone. Did not like that.
Oh, yeah, that whole intro. They're like, this is Emily when she was born and blah, blah, blah.
Yes, and then literally show someone pulling a baby out
about that
by
part.
the leg, Robin, and the baby is hanging upside down.
Forgot about that.
And I was like, oh,
I think I normally fast forward through that after I saw it the first time.
I was like, okay.
Sorry, I should have warned you.
Already felt weird going in. And then I wrote, Robin, this is not my style in any way, shape, or form. No. I am sorry. But Amelie is a very pretty name.
Isn't she a cutie?
She is cute.
Yeah.
I don't love the haircut.
No.
Little too blunt for me, halfway up the cheek.
Yeah.
But she's cute.
Yeah.
She looks like a cute French girl.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I said, I didn't need the flash to 15 very interesting looking couples orgasming.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
that's just the theme of our show.
Yeah, I'm like, lots of orgasms in all these movies we talk about. Mm-hmm. But I was like, okay, that's enough. Some of these are really unattractive to look at. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I did like the gossip lady at the magazine booth. Like she kept going back to her, what's going on? Yeah. Loved that.
Relatable in any culture.
Yes. And then I wrote, this movie has a lot of screaming. Like it does. All over the place of like, and then it's just like people screaming. And I was like, oh,
it does a lot of like quick cuts.
Yes. And I had to like turn down the volume multiple times because it would just be screaming and it would go on for a really long time. I was like, okay, we get it. They're screaming at each other. What else did I write down? And I said, oh, look, back to the pranks of Big Fat Liar. Salt in the whiskey and foot cream for toothpaste. I said it did get more normal. About halfway through the movie, it got more normal.
A sweet storyline, though. With
No.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Okay.
It was, yes. It got more normal for me, which I was like, okay, good. Like the second half, I definitely was liking it at least a little bit more.
Because it had a little something to sink the teeth into.
Yeah, the first half was weird and very all over the place, I felt. But like the second half, you actually had a story. You actually wanted to know what was going to happen. You liked the characters.
Yeah.
First half, I was like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you. I hate that I'm on here right now doing this, but
no,
I
that's
am.
okay. I feel like it's more interesting if we don't give each other stuff that we're just going to
Yeah,
love every single week.
And I'm being very I just want to be honest.
Yeah.
Mulled wine and cookies sounds like the perfect snack for me.
Delish.
I love mulled wine.
Yeah.
So love that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said, or she didn't say it, but one of the characters said it, and I wrote it down because I was like, I don't know why, but I love this line. Times are hard right now for dreamers. And I was like, oh, like, I don't know why. I was like, that was so, you know, and then I wrote, oh, the pink toilet paper. Great trivia knowledge. Because I've been asked that question at trivia multiple times. What color is the toilet paper in France? It's pink. Huh. Yeah. And then I saw it on the screen. I was like, aha.
At least it used to be.
Yeah. I don't know. It was then. I've been asked that question multiple times at trivia.
I don't think it is. Maybe like they sell it in the store, and I didn't ever go into a store when I went there last
If you
year.
get asked that at trivia, the answer's pink.
Good to know.
Because
I thought it was
asked.
just a quirky Amelie thing.
No.
I used to have a quote from Amelie in my AOL profile.
Wow. Okay, then I said...
The creme brulee.
Oh, yeah.
The feeling of cracking the creme brulee with your spoon.
I said, oh, so sad. She thinks her friend stole her man's, but she's really just making sure he's good for her. So sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, ending thoughts. There's someone out there for everyone, even the weird ones.
Yes.
That was my ending thought. Because, like, it was very sweet. They found each other.
Yeah.
It's just, there were some weird things going on throughout the movie.
I love the little subplots. Like, I love the wandering gnome.
Yes.
Like the flat Stanley of it all for her dad and just his reaction.
The little painter guy and how that was,
painter.
right, and that was relayed back to her and if she was the lonely girl and all that.
That was set. Oh,
yes.
With the fruit. Oh.
Yes. There were some sweet moments, but I think for me, my issue was it was so all over the place that
Renoir. Okay.
Yeah. I was having a hard time like enjoying the sweet moments because it felt so all over the place at parts for me. But yeah, my ending thoughts, I was liking the end and I was like, yeah, someone out there for everyone.
In case you've never seen it, there's a very sweet boy who works at the fruit stand. He's got a very asshole boss.
Yes.
But he's also his mentor is a painter, and they like recreate these Renoir paintings, and he always paints basically Amelie into them. And the other guy will like get mad that he's not being like exactly correct. And
it's very sweet.
And then she like pranks the mean boss guy. What's the thing with the video camera? Where she films.
Sorry. He films the painter guy.
Yes.
The fruit
and that's
stand,
how she knows that the
fruit stand guy films the painter guy saying like, if you don't take this chance, like you're gonna. That's at the end. It like plays a tape. He plays a tape for her, and it's like, if you don't take this chance, like you'll be alone forever. Take the chance, or something like that.
Yes. Okay, I knew there was like a big moment.
Yes, there's a very cute, sweet moment. Yeah. So I'm sorry that I didn't love it.
It's okay.
I probably won't ever watch it again.
That's fair.
But I get to check it off the list.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
And now you can like, if
and
people bring it up, you can be like, oh, I've seen that.
I've seen I've seen that. And if it ever comes up in trivia too, this would be good for me to know. Like I said, I liked moments. Overall, not my favorite thing. So I was struggling with the 3 words. And then I thought, what if I did it a little differently? And you can shoot this down. But I was going to say like, to be loved. Like, because that's what everyone wants. Like, kind of, that was the theme that I pulled throughout the whole movie was like, everyone just wants to be loved. Like, there was different ways they kind of showed that through the movie. Yeah. So I thought my 3 words are going to be to be loved.
I love that.
Okay.
I approve.
Great.
Okay, what you got for me?
Ooh. Hold on, let me go to my list.
Okay.
What you got for me?
I have a couple of options.
Because I have a lot of options and I'm struggling.
I have a couple of options, but I'm going to go through them. And if you've seen them, I'll go to the next one.
Okay.
Coco.
I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Encanto.
I've seen it.
Moana.
I've seen it.
Okay, you go. I got to think now.
Okay.
Why did I think that you hadn't seen all those? Oh, have you seen Trolls?
I've only seen the one I watched with your kids when I babysat.
Okay. Was it the first one or the second one? Trolls World Tour?
No.
That's so hard to say.
I don't think it was Trolls World.
Did it have the rock and roll trolls and the under the water trolls that are like the techno trolls?
I don't think I've seen that one. I think I saw the first one.
It's funny because when you said the beat drops and we were talking about mermaids, the techno trolls are like mermaids and the first scene is them and they're all like, I haven't. The beat drop and the DJ's finally like, boom. And they're like,
I think we just watched the first one.
Okay, Troll, it's so hard to say. Whoever came up with this title. Trolls World Tour.
That's what I'm going to watch?
Yes. And if you love it, you can watch Trolls, the band, whatever one. That's the third one. It's really cute. Okay. It's boy band vibes, in sync.
Right.
If you just want to get, crazy with the trolls.
Okay, Trolls World Tour.
Trolls World Tour.
God, that was a struggle.
Yep.
Okay, my next one for you. I'm like, which way do I want to go here?
Okay.
I'm going to go another one that is nostalgic for me.
Okay.
It's called Sleepover.
Never heard of it.
Can't wait.
What does that face mean?
I can't wait for you to watch this one because you're just going to be like, what?
Who's in it?
Oh, God.
That's all right. You know what to tell me.
Okay. Just
I'll go in blind. Okay.
Sleepover. You'll recognize, it's not like huge name actors, but you'll recognize them.
Okay.
The main guy from Never Back Down.
Nope.
Okay. Have you ever seen Never Back Down?
Nope.
Ooh, let me add that to the list. He's in it.
Okay.
Hot.
Oh.
Hot guy from Never Back Down.
Here for it.
Yep. So, Sleepover for you.
Okay.
Can't wait to hear your thoughts.
Lovely.
Okay. You ready to go to the rec?
Let's go to the recs.
Okay, my rec.
Do you hear this bird?
Yes.
I think there's a bird's nest like right there. So if y'all hear a bird, that's not special effects. That's a real ass bird.
And we're not recording outside.
No. Imagine if we were.
Okay. My rec.
Yes.
Is ColourPop.
Yes.
Eyeshadow. What are the pods?
Pots.
Thank you. I was like pods.
Individual circle-shaped little thing of eyeshadow.
Oh, I brought them with me, but they're in the other room.
That's okay.
Okay. Yeah, they're little pots of eyeshadow.
If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put one on the screen.
Yes, and I'm wearing them as we speak. You can't really see me, but whatever. They're cheap, $7 for each little pot, and they have a bunch of colors. And I literally just wipe with my finger and smear it on my eyes. And that's what I do on my daily eyeshadow routine.
It's very subtle. It's very glittery, but it's not glitter. And it's not shimmer. It's like
in between.
Shitter.
Wow. My rec is shitter. Shitter eyeshadow pods.
Glimmer. There we go.
Please, Robin.
That's why the word glimmer exists. Shitter.
Shitter eyeshadow pods.
Shitter. I hardly know her. Okay. Yeah, I am going to back this up because she was wearing it for a while and I was like, what is this you're wearing? So then she got some for me for Christmas or birthday, whatever.
Yeah.
And now I have multiple colors of it. Yeah. I usually I'm not wearing it today. And it's crazy because we'll wear the exact same color, frog.
Yeah.
Or Ritz.
Ritz.
And it looks so different on the two of us. And I'm like, how do you get what? And she'll explain to me her routine. She does like a base shade that's just a neutral shade. So I just do like a
tan base that's like the same color as my skin. And then I use my finger.
And I do the same thing. But yours, I think I'm just a little crazier. Like mine kind of can clump sometimes a little bit. But it's very easy to
I literally do
manipulate.
It with my finger.
Like you can move it around if it doesn't. It's not like a color stay type of thing, but it does last all day. You don't get any fallout, which is nice.
No fallout. And this literally will look like this all day long. Yeah. It does not move.
It's not very dry. Like it's almost like a
creamy.
Yeah. But I don't want to give the wrong impression. It doesn't crease. It's just by the end of the day, there's a little gathering in the crease for me.
Okay.
But you can easily just go.
I also feel like you have more hooded eyes than I do.
I do.
So that changes things.
Yeah. And your eyes are bigger. You've got more like surface area. So I feel like that's another reason why it probably looks very different on us.
Yeah.
But man, it is so versatile.
It is.
Yeah.
I have 3 colors. So I have.
So do I.
Ritz is my go-to. Like I wear that one the most, which is like a taupey mauve-y
with silver glitter.
Sure. And then the frog is the pink, like light pink one. And then the other one I have is Mighty Morphin, which is a gold one.
I think that's the one
I think I got you that one too.
Yeah.
So those are 3 colors.
That's a fun name.
Yeah, they're fun. Again,
why is it called frog?
I don't know, but $7.
Yeah, ColourPop spelled the way the Brits spell it.
Anyway, 10 out of 10 recommend the ColourPop eyeshadow. You can get them on Amazon. Target has every single color online or at the store.
Yep.
So that's my rec, and Robin backed up my rec, so that's her rec too.
Hear, hear.
So that's all we got for you this week.
Yep, that's it. Make sure to follow us, give us some, comments, reviews, screenshot, and we'll enter you into our mystery raffle.
That we'll fill y'all in on eventually.
Yes, we will.
All right. Well, we'll talk to y'all next week.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.